I am not asking you to manipulate a single soul. I am asking you to assume your rightful place as the operant power, your own wonderful human imagination. I tell you, they will not change for you while you remain the same beholder. The world forever mirrors the arrangement of your inner man. Everyone is yourself pushed out. If you persist in seeing another as stubborn, unjust, cold, then in your world you must play the part you have privately assigned. Change the seer, and the seen must obey. This is law, as simple and as severe as sunrise. You have stared at faces long enough. You have measured tones, saved messages, rehearsed the wrong done to you. You have made yourself the reporter of others. I challenge you. Become the author. Withdraw attention from the old report and enthrone the inner word. The outer is the slow echo. The inner is the call. When you assume a new end and feel it as true, the world receives its orders. Tonight I speak directly and simply. Do this, and watch the miracle. Occupy the end, see and feel them as already changed. Then treat your own state as the only fact. Not 5 things, one in one. To make it easy for you, I will walk you through it like a father teaching a child to walk. First, choose a single proof that the change is already accomplished. Do not build a parade of scenes. One will do. Perhaps you hear the very words you have longed to hear spoken in a tone you love. I'm proud of you. Perhaps you see a short message. You were right. Thank you, signed by the very hand that once opposed you. Perhaps it is simply the light in a face that was once closed. Reduce it to a loop of 2 or 3 seconds, no longer. Feel it real in first person. You are there. You are hearing it now. Second, assume it now. The key is the after feeling. Having, not hoping. I'm not asking you to crave. I am asking you to be. Let the body learn the tone of already. A small loosening under the ribs. A soft smile that is not acted. It arises because the burden has shifted. You know the feeling of relief. Give that flavor to the scene. Then let it go. We never strain to hold what is already ours. Third, dissolve the how. The root is none of your business. When I say everyone is yourself pushed out, I do not mean you must now push them. I mean the state you occupy instructs the world without your help. Appoint the end and ignore the means. If the mind argues, answer once. Old news. Return to the end. Fourth, practice in that fertile borderland between waking and sleep. I call it a state akin to sleep. Let the body grow heavy and sweet. Breathe in for 4 and out for 6, twice. Now, enter your 1 loop. See it, hear it, feel it. 3, 4, 5 soft repetitions, each gentler than the last. Stop the moment it feels inevitable. Whisper, thank you, and drift. Gratitude after the fact is the finest seal. Fifth, give the little outward act that agrees with your inner decree, not to make it happen, but because it has happened. Tidy the shared place without the old inner complaint. Draft a warm note you would naturally send from this new relation. Appreciated, thank you. Schedule the meeting under a title that assumes accord. Next steps we agree. These tiny acts are not means. They are manners, how one who has behaves. Sixth, revise the day. At night, take the pruning shears of imagination. Any moment that contradicted your aim, rewrite it. See the voice warm, the face bright, the email kind. Hold the better cut until it feels as though it always happened. That is forgiveness. Forgiveness is revision. 7. Release it. You have planted. Do not dig every hour to check the roots. Let the sequence be. The seed knows. Your work is attention. The world's work is arrangement. Now you will say, but Neville, they really did wrong me. I do not deny that in the world of sense, the act appeared. I ask you, do you prefer your history to your harvest? You are free to be right about the past or fruitful about the future. Choose. When you revise, you are not lying, you are planting. You are not excusing, you are exalting. A man purified in your imagination cannot continue unpurified in your world. I will give you a small test to build your faith. For 3 nights imagine, with feeling, climbing a ladder. Feel the rung, the push of the foot, the slight sway. And yet, write on little notes around your home, I will not climb a ladder. You will find yourself upon a ladder, or faced with the need to mount one. Why? Because imaginal act is the seed. Outer facts are slow echoes. If a simple, neutral act appears because you felt it, how much more must a loving act appear when you enthrone it? Now apply that same certainty to the one you would see change. For the next 72 hours, do this rhythm. In the morning, before you seek your phone, sit up and run your loop once. End, not means. Rise only when the after feeling clicks. At midday, set 3 small chimes. When they sound, listen within. If you hear the old inner argument, change the script mid-sentence. From "hey always" to "he is already." From "she wants" to "she now loves." Whisper, of course, and go on. In the evening, enter that sweet borderland. Loop gently, revise whatever contradicts. Sleep in, it is finished. Throughout the day, when a contradiction appears, a cold tone, a delay, label it old news. Touch the end for 10 seconds, and take the next tiny action as one who would take it. You are not negligent. You are governing the most expensive thing you own, your attention. You may ask, if I change my assumption, am I not forcing another? Never. Never. You are awakening the only being there is. There is no other to compel. When you lift your concept of another, you lift the mask of that being in your world. If you persist in seeing him noble, he must, in your orbit, play the part you assign. If he will not, he will exit, and another will take the role. Your world is perfectly ordered by your inner decree. Let me make it personal. In my own life, whenever I clung to the picture of a man as small, he obliged me. When I revised him, when I saw him as generous, able, kind, he rose. Or my world reorganized to show that quality through another. Nothing can come to you but what is in harmony with your state. The only door to your world is you. Train your inner conversation. This is the hidden theater. If, in imagination, you accuse, you have prayed accusation. If you beg, you have prayed lack. If you bargain, you have prayed doubt. Replace it, replace it, replace it. The moment you notice the old chant, drop it and take up the new. He is exactly as I love to find him. She answers me warmly. We are already agreed. We are already agreed. Short lines. Line. Repeat them gently until they feel like old friends. Let us do it now. Close your eyes. Who is the one? Hear the proof. 2 seconds only. Excellent work. Keep leading. Feel the quiet, of course. Rise. Again. Softer. Again. Softer. Stop. Don't. Breathe. That is enough. You'll object. What if nothing happens? Silence is incubation, not denial. Seeds are quiet before they sprout. Keep the tone, not the stopwatch. What if I need it by Friday? Urgency lives in means. Return to end. Do the next plain act from the mood of already. Is this delusion? No. Delusion is enthroning facts as cause. Law is enthroning imagination as cause and letting facts obey. I will give you little phrases to steady you through the day. Say them like law. End, not mean. Already, not someday. Author, not reporter. I am is the cause. Ask yourself quietly, who rules? My inner word. What is real? What I accept as done. What do I ignore? Old reports. What do I feel? Fulfillment. How distant? When? Now, let me tell you a secret of speed. Speed is the absence of inner friction. Friction ends when you stop negotiating with 2 masters, appearance and assumption. If you split your worship, you slow the harvest. If you return attention to the end each time you notice the split, you remove the grit from the gears. The thing rushes to meet you because nothing in you resists it. If you slip, revise. If you lash out, revise. If you gossip the old story, stop mid-sentence and correct aloud. This is not performance. This is priesthood. You are the priest of your inner altar. What you repeat, you enthrone. Now hear me. You cannot keep souvenirs of your old self and expect a new world. Burn the little keepsakes in thought. The phrases, the jokes, the private history you use to prove you were right. Do you prefer being right about the past or being free in the present? Choose. And when you have chosen, cancel the debt. In imagination, release him, release her, release yourself. It is finished. I will give you a simple identity to wear. Speak it softly like law. I am the one who lives from the end. I appoint the state and let the world obey. I am not the reporter of facts. I am the author of facts. My imagination is God in action. I feel it real, and the scene conforms. Again, slower, let it drop into bone. I live from done. I withdraw attention from lack. I return attention to fulfillment. What I repeat, I become. It is done. Do you see what I have asked of you? I have not sent you to plead with men. I have not set you to counting days. I have called you to govern the only instrument that makes a world, your assumption. When you change it and persist, they cannot help but reflect it. If one refuses, another will stand in his place. No vacancy remains when the state is full. Now, a final practice before we part. Sit easy, close the eyes, breathe once, deep. Bring the one to mind. Hear the proof. I'm sorry and thank you. Feel the warm hand on your shoulder. Feel the small drop in the belly, the burden gone. Let a smile rise you did not plan. Whisper, thank you. Let it float and release it. When you rise from this chair, carry the aftertone into one tiny act. Send the note you would send as one who has. Tidy the place as one who has. Walk into the room as one who has. And tonight, before sleep, prune the day and fall backward into already. They will not change until you do this. But if you do this, you will not need them to change. And then, like iron filings to a magnet, their words, their faces, their gestures will arrange around your decree. Not because you pushed a single soul, but because you honored the only soul there is, your own wonderful human imagination. End, not means. Already, not someday. Author, not reporter. I am is the cause. Now go,